Are we back? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we have excellent coverage. I'm just going to see that this did go on because we have part 2 on. I don't know if we're live yet. Part 2, here we are hooked on this. So remember, part 1, we started, we've got that, we've got that, we've got a flap we have to add things to, we've got a waterfall that we will put stuff in on this flap. We're going to cover that with DSP as well. Then we're going, there's a very heavy page with all those waterfalls, so just make sure you just give it a bit of a hold it back. Now the next page is a barn door with a safety. I'm going to get annoyed if you don't lie down and behave. So while I'm just doing this, and I can on this one because we're all covered up and everything, is I ordered some magnets, but they haven't come. So in the meantime, I'll use my old trustees because I've got 1,000 of these. And I'm going to put the fluffy side on, and then we're going to put the flat piece on top of there. And that's the piece with the wiry, oh my goodness. I'll have to get my picking tool. I had to go and get the kids, so I told everyone that's why I run off, because I don't have a choice. And 2 hours in a row just might be a wee bit much for me. So fold that down and pop that on, and there you've got your flap on there. And we've got a few more to do with those, but since I've already decorated this one, and I still got other decorations to do. Now this page is here, so we're going to fill in one more page here and then the back, and then we're going to decorate it a bit, okay? I'm just going to pop that onto the side there because I need to have some room. So this one is 6, yes, so it comes down to 5.5. So we're going to score. I might just bring my big score in case of, instead of pulling it in and out. So I've got, I have got so much things here. I've got another page, and I reckon I might have, I knew I looked at one and thought I did it. So we're using the retired DSP. And retired, I think the stamp set might be retired. We're using a couple of DSPs and also a couple of, what do you call them? We're using some gold, silver, and I'm going to be putting that through. So I'm going to quickly, I've got so many things on here, guys. Oh, I hope I didn't make a mistake with throwing that other one out. Okay, let's get going. So this is page 4. Now when I say page 4, we've already done we've got the front, which is the front inside of your folder. So that's not called a page, it's just the inside. So then we've got page 1, page 2, and we're doing page 3 now. And that's all I'm doing on this one because my last one was oh hi Kiri, I've already done the other half. I don't know if you've seen it, but the other one I did was so big that someone said they wouldn't mind doing one a bit simpler, so I'm doing it. So this is 6 by 7.5, and we're scoring at 1/2 inch on that one. So remember, a score with an underline 1/2 inch. Remember that. Now we've got a, if I'm correct, that will have a, I'm just having a look. I've got a few pieces to this one. And I've got to remember, got another 7.5. I don't know what's, oh, it must be on the back or something. Anyway, over here we've got 2 at 3.5 by 7.25, and you score 1/2 inch on the 7.25. So I have put that little mark on the sides that you're going to score, okay? So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch on that one. and 1/2 inch on this one. If I take that out of my road. So we've got those and those. Now we've got a 3x3, which we're going to cut across the diagonal, and we've got a 4x4, and that is to cover the pocket, okay? So I've got some other pieces there, but they might be just for load-ins. I'll have a look. Oh. I do not know. Oh, I know what that is. That's from the next page. I think that is. Alright, so now we're going to score this. How are you, darling? Do you oh, you've done school pickup too. That's why I had to stop and go. But I also need a break. You can't go like this for 2 solid hours. I did that night, so it was a bit much. So, alright, so now I'm just doing all of those. Okay, so we've got our scores. And our scores, and this is a full-on barn. It's top to tail, okay? Here's top to tail. So, inside here will be a photo. Now, I think I might put DSP in there as well and put the photo on. And I'm thinking, because we've got, at the beginning we've got the blues and we've got a bit of the brown and the blue. So this one, any extras will be in the blue flower. So I'm going to see what I've got here. There you go, I've got a nice piece right there. So I'm going to stick that right in the middle. I've got to use up all this wasted paper because it goes out of stock, and then I can't, it's not much good except for my classes. So remember that 6 by 7 1/4 score with the underline means the number. Underline score is the 6 inch. So I put an arrow even by 1/2. And now I'm going to cover that up. I'm just going to come over a bit because when we put our other pieces, they're going to cover those sides. So this one is our long one. I have to get my rubber in and cut out my, take out my, oh goodness, I can't even speak. So this is going to go butted up to that end. Now remember we had a barn door before, but it wasn't a big one like this. Now because I've got the DSP on, it got caught there. Alright. Make sure it's right on that corner. Whoops. Make sure it's right on that corner and give it a rub down. Okay. And now we'll do it on the other side. We will be covering those doors with some DSP. We won't glue the DSP, we won't glue the front yet. And that is just going to go right on the corner again. And we'll plaster that down as well. Okay. By doing all your creases, you're actually making it better for yourself in the long run, okay? That needs to go over a little bit. That's it. You cannot have that do that. So, since I've got that done, I might put, that's got a tiny little piece over there. I'm just going to, I must have moved that when I did that. Go. That's just slipped out by the tiniest little Zilla gorilla nothing. I'm not going to get that up now. I needed it to be just down a little bit. So I'm just going to, too little adjusting, just a tiny little bit in there. I want them right on the same end as each other, and that's it. Okay, so we have that. And then on the back, if it's not too busy, we can add, actually we'll hold on to that for a minute. We'll hold that thought because we want to just finish with this first. So once we've got that done, we're going to put our, what did we put on that one? We did a brown one on the top of that and the blue. But see, that will be taken out by a nice photo frame as well. You can do it on the inside, but I've got some other things to put on, so I'm not going to. Okay, so I've got that. Now, these two are going to get cut in half. So that's 3 by 3, and I'm going to cut it down the centre of the 2 points to make it. So you turn your square into a diamond, put it down, put your blade in the middle, and just cut it, and we have now 2 little pockets that are going to go here and here. So I do need to put DSP on there, and I'm just confusing myself with what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually go back with a little bit of this. So that's, we want that to be the same as we did. So if I'm, where's my ruler? Ruler. Okay, all else fails. Out comes the trusty. If I've got, oh, you wouldn't believe it, would you? I've got the wrong end. Oh. It's got caught on my seat. I've been twisting around so much it's on my seat. Alright, so we want it to be 7 by 2 7/8. Okay, and I want the flower running like that. So 2 7/8 is, did I say 2 or 1? Goodness, guys. After I got child asking for lollies. Yes, it was 2 7/8. It's very cold here, so there's none of that. I've just had a kid coming in looking for lollies. I said, go away, come back later. 2 7/8. So I've sold off a lot of my stock in order to get some new stuff, and so I've been very lucky. I've just paid for the new order that arrived today. I said 7, so I'm just going to move that for a minute. And 7. How good is that? And that matches. And so I just got my new a thing today, a box today, and I know, and I'm hoping it's got the new catalogue in it. So as soon as I get off, I'll be having a look. Oh, that was that 2 7/8? That's more than 2 7/8. Goodness gracious. Oh, I hope I've got enough left. Where is my... Two 7/8. It's nearly 3. And what did I cut? Oh, 1 7/8. Couldn't you have told me, Kerry? And is that the 7? No, that's the 7. Okay, come on, Kerry, help me out here. It's 2 7/8 is nearly 3. And 2 7/8. Oh, I've got 2 more I'll have to use up later. Lucky I've got a nice big pad of that I haven't used. Alright, so which way are we going? This way. And see, that has not got, yeah, we got a little bit of black in there. Okay, no. So it should be just under 7. So I'm just taking off 7/8. So it's actually, it should be 6 7/8 for these two. Sorry guys. Now I want to make sure before I cut the other end on, I've got the right piece. There. Is that it? I had them side by side. Ugh, don't do that to me. That one's going on. So that will be it's even more. And that one. Alright. Well, that looks nice, doesn't it? Did you get you a new catalogue, guys? And make sure that's lined up to the same one. Right, so there we have open, and that will go in. Now I haven't finished, because now I am going to find, I have a little bit of this. I don't think it will be enough to get those. So what I'm going to do is that was 3 by 3. So I'm going to get a piece of this nice gold and cut 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, 2 3/4. No, it should be 2 7/8 if I'm right. 2 7/8 or 2 7/8, and I'm going to cut that on diagonal. In that point, make sure that point's properly. And we've got those. This is the gold I used with my husband's, our anniversary card, and I had 1 sheet left. I was saving it for something good, and it looks like it's this. So onto those. See if I've done it right, guys. Did you watch the first one, Kerry? That's it. Alright, and the other one. Now I did have just my t-shirt on at the last one, and I'm now getting a little bit hot with all this. I do stress a little because I like to do things right, so excuse me for a sec. Whew, I'm just going to take that heat off me. Now look at this, isn't this cute? So what's going to happen here is this is just going to sit in the corner here. So we're only going to glue just there to there, okay? And it's going to come right into the corner, just a little bit in from the inside so it doesn't, and it goes into that barn door. And no glue, thank you. Alright, now I'm going to do the other one. Make sure I've got it the right way. I should have put, yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, well, I suppose it's normal, you've got to have one a bit different than the other. I should have done maybe on the back, but we won't worry about that. And down here. Okay, and that is going to do the same and go down into the corner of there. And we'll actually do that like that with the big one, and I'll just hold that one on there for a minute. Alright, and now we're going to do, I have a 4.5 by 4.5, and I'm going to add a white piece of cardstock, silver, it's gold. So that was 4.5 by 4.5, so I'm going to make it 4.25. I'm getting messed up here. 4.25 by 4.25. So I'm just doing it down here. I'm sure you don't really need to see me cutting. And I have to. Okay. Right. And that is going in there. And that is what is going to shut our door, our barn door, so it doesn't break away. Do you like that? So that's another page we're going to stick in, and we've got only one to do, and then we've got a bit of decorating. Now, I can do it that way. Just going to find out where the book shuts. Yes, it's there. I've got thing. So I'm going to put this last one and give it a bit of room, because that's quite a big hungry one, that one. And it is smaller than I did last time, so I'm going to put it right over so it folds up and you don't see that white there. I need to make sure I've got that totally correct, and it's going to go in there. Okay? So I'm going to glue this. And we're going to place this one right up to here. On that line, just before that line. You can't see it. Alright. And that gives us, oh, let me see, make sure it's shutting. Hold on. Just a little side of it. No. Hold on. What have I done? I meant to put it that way. Bother. I'll show you what I can do the other one though. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with that yet for a minute. I'm just making sure I've got it all right. Why does this page seem like it is going out of size? I have a funny feeling, guys, I didn't do that 7.5. I'm going to hold that up there, put that on there. And this page, I'm a 1/2 inch long on that. All that work. So we might have to be redoing this page, because I wondered why it looked so big for the 7. Okay, so what I'm going to do is adjust even better. I'm going to bring that in closer. I've got glue here. So with this one, Can you believe it? I am going to cut this. No. Hold on. Can you believe it? Yeah, I did. I'm just going to hold. I don't want that glue going on anything. Where's my silicone mat? Nothing here when I want it, guys. Okay. I am going to score it right beside that, which is a bit of a bother. And I will fix that in the instructions. And I'm going to score that right next to the blue. And see if I can't bring that in, which makes it look a bit odd, doesn't it? Oh, that is annoying. That is so annoying. What did I do? Let me measure this. You know what, guys? We're going to have to do this whole page again. That's 6, and it should be 5.5. Wow. Okay, I am going to have to redo this page, so you need to, we'll still leave it there because I'll have a look and then I'll just have to do the things just a little bit different. Oh, can you believe it? Here I am, I try so hard. Alright, let me get a, so it should be, all the pages are 7.5 long by 5.5, so it should have been 6, and I've done it an extra ½ inch. So I have a 5.5 by 7.25, which is incorrect, and I will just cut another one. I will cut another one and I will write on it, and we will fix this problem. So we want a 5, if we've got a 5.5 we need a ½ inch, so we need a 6 by 7.5. That's why it was so much bigger, guys. A 6 by 7.5. I'm going to score at half, so I'll write this on so if you're watching. So it's a 6 by 7.5, and we score at ½ inch on the left. Alright, so I will be cleaning my desk something bad tomorrow because I have got so much glue. And I have a class, so okay, so we've got our ½ inch. We're back to the start again. Right, now we're going to make our barn doors, and we're going to do them correctly. We're not going to undo those ones. We'll make that into something else later. Alright, so our barn doors. And now I know why I had one bigger than the other, because they did cross. So we need a ½ inch for that side. So that comes to there. Yeah, so hold on. What's our middle? 5. So it's 2.5 is 5, and then we need a ½ inch on there. So it's 3.5. 3.5 by 7.25. 3.5 by 7.25. Where did I put that piece that I just cut? Here, let's see. So we want 3.5 by 7.25. because we just don't want it as big as the heart up to the... Oh no, I think we do. I think we still have to do the full page, guys. I wanted to make it a bit smaller, but it won't look right. By 7.5 we have to do it. 7.5. Let's just stay with the game, eh? Alright, so that's 7.5 by 3.5. 3.5. And we score 1/2 inch. And we're going to make 2. Alright. I'm just seeing what other scrap I have around here that I haven't used. I'll just get another one, because that one's too small. So, a 3, did I say quarter? Three and a half. 3.5. Okay. I thought I said 3.5. 3.5 by 7.5. And we score at 1/2 inch, one on this side and one on the opposite side. I'm going to turn that over. Oh no, I might as well do it here too. I'll do it that one. 1/2 inch. Yeah. Because we're going to cover that. Alright, so now while we've got that out, we'll do our DSP, and I hope I'm just going to be double checking that. It's 3.5. Well, it's just under 3.5. So I did have 2 that went over. One went over just slightly. So we'll see. There. And we've got there. Yeah, we still have that little flap over like I had on the last one. Alright, so DSP for this. I'm going to go back and do 7.5 by 3.5. Why I did that I don't know. 3.5. I don't like being at the wrong place. And we're just going to put a 1/2 inch score on that while we're here. With the scorer, not the blader. And we're going to cut that to 7.5. And I'm going to just double check. It's more than that for me. 7.5. See, that's why I'm always double checking over and over and over, because I learn by my mistakes sometimes. Oh, my cup is getting cold, excuse me. I need a little bit of something. Alright, and I've got a 1/2 inch score on that. So the other thing I need is this, which is a 4 by 4.5, a 4.5 by 4.5, 4.5. Oh, don't do that to me. 4.5 by 4.5. Oh, that was lucky, wasn't it? And we need a 3 by 3 for our corners. I'm going to cut it on that side because it caught. And that other little bit in the middle of it, you can see my thing's getting quite sticky. 3 by 3. Now, you'll do this now because you know what we're doing. So in the corner, and we have a 3 by 3. This one anyone can do. It's very easy except for me doing that wrong thing. So I'll put a big note on that. Do not make first one. I don't know if I can see if we can splice it out. Okay, what have we got? We've got that, we've got that, we've got that. We've got our corners. Now we need our DSP, and I'm not going to have enough of that beautiful brown one, am I? I am going to have my square that I left. Where did I put the long piece of that? Okay, so I've got the smaller ones, but they're going to be too small, aren't they? Yeah, they're going to be too small, so I'm going to have to look if I can find some more of that. That's one. Where are they? Yeah. And that's folded. That one's going to do all right. Let me see if I've got any more of that one. Wouldn't it be just up my alley if I don't? Let's have a look. Oh, that's blue. I have, but I don't think that's definitely not thick enough. Okay. We might. I don't want to introduce another colour. So I'm desperately looking down here, guys. I wonder, no, because I've got the corner pockets and the, this is a bit annoying. So that's not big enough. That will go in the middle, and I'd have to add a nice, maybe the blue down the bottom of that. Well, we're going to put a photo there. No, I can't do that, can I? Come on, tell me. So, let's introduce a bit of the silver one on the back. And then we'll find some more flower for the front. So, if that was 6, we're going to go at 5:45. Just make sure we add that up in the front a bit more by 7 and 1/4, 7 and a half, 7 and a half minus 1/4. So hopefully I've done that correct. Yes, but then I forgot I'd taken the inch off the side, didn't I? So it would be 6 and a half minus 1/4. Let's see if we've got it this time. Someone is trying to annoy me. Oh, I better not look at that. Someone said it was, my husband said it was sad. That's nice. Wait till you see the embellishments I've got for it, Kerry. I used, what did I use? Alright. This is our barn door again, remember? We're redoing it. I'll have to get to that because I think that is news that we're not wanting to hear. And I'm doing it over here, but I'm sure you know what to do. Now, on the bent side here, so you got the flap at the back, you're going to put this on here and butt it right up to the side. Okay, make sure it's up. I hear my dishwasher going. And I'm just going to bone fold that down so it's flat and get this out of the road. Although I've got to get more paper, don't I? I've got to get for the flaps in the front. And then this one. And we only got one page after this, so it's and then some more decorating. So on this side, same, right to the butted up. Okay, so now the DSP in here is 2 3/4, and so one's a lot wider. I want it to cover it, so it hooks 2 3/4 by 7 1/4, and 2 3/4. Both of them the same. Alright. Now, I do have to put a little, see here I've got a bit of pink in through here. I've got blue, I've got the brown with that. And so I want to put a flower in that's got a bit more brown. So that it all stays in the program. Okay? So I'm going to put this one. So we've got pinks in here, pinks in there, and we'll add a bit later in the up. And it's all about those flowers, although I don't think that's not going to be enough. Bother, I would have rather that. If we do this, we can still do it. So 7 1/4. 7 1/4 by, what did I say, Kerry? Come on, 2 7/8. Measure it again, don't you say that to me. I can't find anything. I've got a ruler here somewhere, and that's why I keep coming for this. I'm going to make it 2 3/4. This is 7 and 7 1/2 and 2 3/4. Two 3/4. Have you made any cards this week, guys? I know, it's hard to fit everything in, isn't it? Alright, so now with this I do have enough left, and so that was 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And in half. Now, oh, don't do that to me. Good, didn't do it. It's the stuff on my machine. Look at this, Kerry. This is from the, and everybody else. These are cut out from leftovers paper from our Stamping Up supplies. And I wanted to use it up, so I've got it in the silver. What's that? That's the Wildly Flowers. Where's the card? So if you're going to do your albums, keep the white piece, keep this white piece of card you get with you from now on, keep your Stamping Up page. So, because I used my one for here. Alright, so just pop that back out for a minute. And I want to work out, because that failed on that one, I'm still trying to get that to sticky up, so I've got it for later. So we've got this now, and that's our page, and these are our flaps. So I'm going to add my DSP along with a piece of black on there. Yeah, it is part of crafting. I love watching Rachel Tessman, and when she can't do something and she says that, I think, oh. So I'm not nearly as good as her. Not even my fingernail but at least I know she admits to making mistakes too. Alright, so we've got that and that. Now, I do want it flat to come over because I want that. I don't know why. Oh, that's that piece of rubbish I've dropped on the floor. So my two triangles. Now, I'm making sure they're exactly the same, and we put them on the opposite sides of the page like that. Now, we are still going to get, where's our card, 4-inch card flap in there. It is going to go in and down to there. Okay, so we might put a little flower to cover that because of the little flap going over. Alright, so now the argument is how to get my writing the way I want it. I've got one up and one down. Well, you know what? That's how it is. That's my house. Okay, we got that. You could do them that they come in the middle if you don't like that, but I find that it holds it down a bit better, especially once we put the other one on the top. So we only need it to be on that corner there. So this is going to go right down on here. Now, I don't know where they are. I've got a container with my little clips in it. I'm just going to hopefully put a block on that and get that to stick while I do the other one. Oh, I'm doing it under again, so sorry. And that one will sit nicely straight on the front. Okay, just put that down for a minute. And we've got that. And I'm just going to... So this one, I think I'm going to actually, now that I've done this, I think I'm going to make it a bit taller. Because I think it looks a bit short, doesn't it? So I might make that one a bit taller. I've got a flap there. No. Oh my goodness, here I go. Get another piece. Ooh. Right, I might make that. 5.5. 5.5. It looks better in height, doesn't it? And a half. 5 about there. So what would that be? 5.5. Into there. No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, 5.5. No, I want a bit shorter. Yeah, 5.5. 5.5 wide? No, 5.5 long. So 5.5 by 4. That's what I've got that now. 5.5 by 4. Yeah, 5.5 by 4, guys. No scoring. Okay, so this, where's my drawing pen? 5.5 by 4. So this is going to go in here, and we're going to make a mat. Okay, we're going to make a white mat. Let's go to see where I've got white mats. And so I'm going to make it the white mat is 5 by 3.5. Okay, 5 by 3.5. And I need a black mat underneath that, don't I? So 5 by 3.5. So I need 5. I want it to be just a little bit there. Oh, there it is there, 5 by 4. And then that will go smack in the middle of there. So that was 5 by 4 for the photo mat. Now what you can do is on the back is also put a photo if you want to, but with all the waterfall and everything we've got on it, I don't know that we need too much for... I've got a bit of glue there. Where's my glue thingy? Oh, we've had a few more views. You want to say hello. Oh, my glue worked so well. Okay, so that's just going to slide in there and in there. In. It's not glued down enough there on the pocket corner. And that stops that flap from, there you go, that stops that door from opening. Okay, now because you know I've got some decorations here, I am going to grab one out, which I'm not sure, but I think, would that look like a hinge to you? I don't want to do, oh, I can't put that gold on now because I've done it a bit different. That's not going to work with that, is it? No, I can't have that because it interferes. What about a good old-fashioned hinge? No. What do you reckon? Tell me. I've cut all these out to use them on this. I can't have anything that catches. And I like this hinge, but it's... What do you reckon? Because I've used the gold. What do you reckon? Come on, someone tell me. Can I get away with using that? So remember, this page is wrong. The first one, we're going to use the pink page. So I will put that in the notes. That was my overthinking everything. I'm going to wait with that and see what we're going to do. Because I don't like seeing where it connects. I should have made that a bigger one and come over the side, shouldn't I? Anyway, that's what it looks like. We've got something on the back which we can do anything you want, but we're going to put this one in. And this is our last page before we go to our binder. We're going to put our back on. Now, you can fill up backs, you can fill up making new pockets, everything. I've got one more thing to do. That's right. Okay, we got it that way. See here, we've got the folded folds here. So we are just going to butt it up to this fold here. Like that. Make sure it gets down and dirty. Make sure that shuts properly. Oh, look at that, cooking with gas. We are cooking with gas, guys. We'll give that a bow. Right, we are on the last one till we start decorating more. Alright, put that away again. And our last one is 7.5 by 6. Now I don't think that's right. That's another page. It's probably the one I missed. So we've got, let's have a look. This one is going on here. Right. So that's 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. Gotta make sure we do get that. So this will now cover the back of our book. We'll do it there. Nice. So now this one, a little bit of concentration. So this is 6 by 4. Score 1/2 inch left, right and bottom, and then we're going to, well, before we can do that we can cut this off. So 2 inches from the bottom, from the 1/2 inch score. So I'm gonna show you this a little bit more. Move my book out. Alright, so we've got 1/2 inch all round. Get that damn blade out. Half and half. Okay. Right. Now we're gonna, because I can't see with my thing, I'm not going to cut my corners with my trimmer. I'm going to go on the, where I can see. I'm sorry, I'm looking up to get really close. Up close and personal. Right, so we've got all of those scores. But before we fold those, we measure 2 inches up from the bottom before you cut it, obviously, and 2 inches down from the top, and we're going to cut that in our diagonal. It's not much of a diagonal, it's not really deep. We'll have a look if we want more. Okay, so now that's cut off, and we have a pocket to put in here. So we're going to score it, and we will be cutting off those little pieces that are in the road. This is a tiny pocket. This is a tiny, tiny pocket, isn't it? There's a very little pocket. You know what? I might make a bigger pocket. I might make a big pocket. I have got, where? I've got another piece here. So I am going to do the pocket. Let me have a look. That's great, but it's too small. So I'm going to do it, we've got to do a 5 inch pocket. How's that? A 5 by 5. 5 by 5, so we've got to add 1/2 inch on one side, so that's 6, 5, 6, that's 1/2 inch on both sides. So we're going to make this one 6, and then the other top is going to be 5 with a half. So we're going to change that and make that a 5 1/2. And we're going to do a larger pocket. And we're going to score 1/2 inch left, right, bottom. Okay, so let's do that. So we've got 5 1/2. Oh, goodness gracious, that was correct, and I cut it out by 6. Look, I rubbed that out and it was totally correct. 5 1/2 by 6. So 5 1/2 by 6, 5 1/2. That's 5 1/2 by 6. 5 1/2 with a half a seam makes it 4. Hold on. This one, always look, is 5 1/2. Yeah, the 2 6s are the side, and I've just cut that. So, Nette. So, if the pocket is 5.5 there. We have to have one more inch, so we have 5.5 is 6.5, and that's got, you're taking off an inch, 6.5, right? And then we're going to score that on 1/2 inch, down and down. And I'll do the bottom in a minute when I've really decided how tall I want it. So that is there, and that was 7.5, so we're going to go down to a 5.5 with half, so we're going to go down to a 6, okay? So now we have, where's my pen? We have a 6 by 6.5, and we're going to score is that right when they go in? Yep, and we got that by that high. We're going to score, we're going to sort the side, the bottom and the side, okay? And we won't do it with the blade. Alright, now we're going to, even though we, oh, didn't I do that side? I did those ones. So even though we're doing that, we're going to straighten them out again, and we're going to cut. So we're going to measure 2 inches from here, from the fold. So I will keep that down for a second. So 2 inches from here, 2 inch, and 2 inches from here. And we're going to have a different pocket than we had before, which I totally agree. So I'm going to cut that now from that 2 inch to this 2 inch. Alright, so I'll write 2 inch there. Cut. Cut. Okay, just so you all know. So we're going to get that on 2, and that, make sure you got that, where the seam is sitting over the cutting line, and that's where you get your diagonal, okay? Right, we still have a long thin. Now we'll cut off these edges again, and on this one you don't have to, but on this one, see, it's got a little lip, so take that backwards. So you cut off quite a lot, don't you? So you could have made it taller if you want. You can do whatever you like, it's your album. Alright. And we are, well, we might want to put some DSP on there, okay? And we've already got a bit of pink beside it, so we'll go back to a blue, and we will cut 7.25 by 5.5. Okay, let's take our 5.5 first. And 7.25. 7.25. 7.25. And so it's not 5.5, it's just under 5.5. You know it's under 5.5, no one told me. Oh, that actually works fine, because I think the front one's the same. Oh, and the front one's the same paper as well. How's that for potluck? We have had a nice sunny day, even though it's cold. It's just been a sunny day here. Alright. Now, we will put our sticky old thing on here, down to the bottom, and tuck that in, and that one. And hold your mouth right, and that's it. And hold your, where's my big block? This page is big, this one with the waterfall, it keeps coming back onto me. Alright, let's put that there, and that there. And so our inside pieces that are going to go in here, we're going to make 2 or 3 of them. So that was 7.5. So the first one I'm going to make is probably, I don't want it that wide. Yeah, I'm going to do, oops, don't you do this to me. So there, I'm going to do, I don't want it, what do I say? So I want that 4. 4 by, that is 4 by 6.5. So 4 by 6.5. And now I can use up some of these. That's too small. 4 by 6.5. That could be a smaller tag. So we'll make that 4 as well, but shorter. So we've got 2 little books in there. So they are, you can decide what you like, because I think, so this one's going to be the big one at the back, and so that is 4 by 6.5. I'm going to cover it in glad wrap, not glad wrap, in a white for a photo. You know what I'm going to do there too is put a little bit of gold at the top there, just to add that in. And I did that somewhere else. I like just a little bit. I'm going to bring that up to there. Alright, so this one will go up to the top, or the bottom, and then this one, I don't think that's wide enough. No, that's a bugger. So that will be, that will be 3.5. I need a bigger desk. 3.5. And how big is that? That's just under 1.5. So I'm going to make it this quarter, half, 3/4, 1 3/4 each. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm going to get it right smack in the middle. No, I'll cut another piece. So I want to break. It's only going to be 3/4 of an inch anyway, so I did have it looking good. I'm not putting, I've done all the measurements for the card, but the DSP, just add it as you go. So, that one. And then for this one, I'm going to do the same. And so now for this one is 3.25 by 3.5. 3.25 by 3.5. What have I got there? Got some nice scraps here. So 3.5 by 3.25. And it's meant to be in white, and I'm just cutting it out in black, aren't I, Goose? Alright, 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. So we have definitely got lots of room to do photos. Alright, so when they're finished, that's done, they will sit in here, like that, and like that. Now here, I think I have to put the gold again, don't I? Because it's sort of gone through a lot on the pockets. Well, that's handy. So this will be 5 by 3. Alright, and then I'll have to work out the other one. 5 by 3. Yep, and now my problem is, and the easiest thing can do is take this one. So that was the piece I cut off. And it's not going to work like that, is it? So from there, I am just going to mark that to there. Where's a pen? There to there. Okay. And I'm going to just do it from that. Oh gosh, I can't even see that mark. Now I can. So from that mark up to the top. And that is going to go nicely in there. No, a little bit more. I slid up. I marked it, but I just didn't get right on the mark. Okay? And I will get my rubber out. Give me one sec to see if I left it over here, because I was using it here at one stage. I don't see it now. I will rub it out later. Now, when you do this, sometimes you can, where's my pick tool? There it is. I just need to lift that up a bit. Where's that paper? There. What do you reckon, guys? Look at this. It's nice, and we can put more white on the back. And they fit in nicely, just making sure your pockets are down properly, that your glue's all gone in. That's that one. So we've got that. Now, you know, if you wanted to be really big, you would start adding more and more. So let's fix up this one. So on here, because we're going to put a white one, because it's 5 1/2 by 6, and that's underneath there. So it would be for a DSP is 5 1/4, but I don't think I'm going to put DSP. I think I'm just going to go straight to the card. Okay, so I'm just fixing that up a bit. I'm going to put DSP on here. We have got that gold as such a feature through there that I might just have to put some on there. Oh no, I did get, just making sure that's flat. It's because this is so big, this one. So now I have to get the white and cut out all of those. Okay, so if that was 5 1/2, so it's 5 by, is that to the top? I can't see. It's so dark. 5 by 5 3/4. And I need 4 of them. That's a lot. Maybe if I lean on that it'll flatten it. 5. I'm not going to get 2 5s only at one end, aren't I? I don't know. I might be using a lot of cardstock on this one. 5 by 5 3/4. I'm sure it was. Let me just double check. No, it's not. It's there. Okay. Sorry. Oh, this having black does my head in. Okay, so that comes to that join, and that's totally fine. So I'm going to need 5 1/4 by 5, and I'll need 4 of those. Everywhere I go I'm getting more sticky. 5 1/4. Double check, double check, double check. 5 by 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 by 5. 5 1/4 by 5. 1, 2. 5 1/4 by 5. And another 5, and we've got 4. I think if you did both sides, you'd have to do one of those little extra corner folds where you cut the fold and make a little box-like thing, so that you've got enough room for all of those. You need more room so they all stick in. So I've done a small one, but not on this one. Alright, so these we will start making sure we've got the right way. It's nice because the you can see the black and it all fits in nicely. So 1, 2, 2, 3, line it up, make sure it lines up with the one before it, and here's our 4. Alright, now that makes it heavy, remember? So now we need, I don't think I'm going to do gold, because on those, where's that other one with the flap? There, we've done gold. So you reckon I need to do gold again? Because it's there though, I don't think I want to. I'd like to put just a little bit of blue back in that centrepiece there. I think that's quite nice. So I want a ruler, jump out and bite me. So that's 2 inches, so 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. So 1 3/4, 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. did I say 3.5? Always double check, don't just cut. I said 3.5. So 3.5 and 3.5. Alright. Look at that. That was the right choice. Oh, isn't it lovely? Oh, it's going to go under anyway, so it doesn't matter. I was seeing if it matched, because I got it from the same piece, but I think they matched side on, which way the flower's coming up.
You got the washing off the line, huh?
Yep. That's my husband checking I've got the washing off the line. See how I did that? That's got that corner to hold there. Alright, and then the same thing I'll do is put the fluffies on there. I won't pick them up to show you they work yet because they will be, I've just put the paper DSP down, so I don't want them to, no, I'll get those other pieces. I don't want them to pull the DSP off, so I'll leave that for a sec. Okay. Now just put those in, make sure all of those are caught, and that's it. Now I'm not going to touch that, like I said, till later. Okay. And there we've got it. We've got a whole full book. How's that? We just got some decorations to do. We're going to cover. Now, I'm thinking, so we've got pink, pink, pink. Ah, what happened there? I think, that is where I need to do the bone fold down. Is there. Okay, just making sure that's all there. Okay, just needed a little bit of extra bone folding. So, if we're going to decorate this, what are we going to put on the front? What colour? We've got blue, blue, the pink, and the blue. And that is definitely going to lift up. That should have been cut off. I've made that, put that one on, which should have been just a little bit. It's alright. We will, when we do that one, we'll just make sure it's got its bend in it. And it bends with our book. That's it. Alright, I have only got that much of that one. And, oh no, oh no. So what I'm going to do is, because we've used this, I'm thinking we're going to put this on the front and the back. We're going to put a smaller one on the middle of that. What do you reckon? Or do we have enough of the gold? Should we do it in the gold? Oh, I think it's got to be the gold. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's think about that. The gold. And we can put either a smaller piece in the middle of that. Oh, yes, it went cold. Thank you. Here's my waitress.
Hello.
Shut up. Okay, so going to make that 5 1/4 by 6 3/4. 6 3/4 by 5 1/4. Am I doing the right thing with putting that silver or gold on? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But pink, pink, blue, blue, pink. I will put a bit more pink. Let's see, let's see. 5 1/4 is the width. Do I have enough? Do I have enough? 1, 2. But I needed it to go that way for the writing. Well, the back might be the other way. I'm not sure if I want that. You like the gold? Okay, Kerry, thank you. But the writing's not going to be able to go straight up and down because that's the last sheet and I can only... So I can do it on the front straight up and... I don't know if I can. Let's have a look. We got that about there. And then is that enough for the back? No. I'm going to have to do it long ways. So I think I can do 2 this way. So we just have to suck it up and do that. 5 1/4. Five 1/4 and 5 1/4 the second sheet. Oh, I think we've got enough for the spine as well because the spine was 1.5 inches and we're just under 1.5 inches. We're right on 1.5 inches, so I'm going to take it down to 1 1/4. Oh, isn't that lucky? One whole sheet did that. Okay. So, and we want it from there to there. What's that? 7. It was 7 1/2, so it's 7 1/4. I'll just see if it's 7 3/4 or 7 1/4. 7 3/4. We'll just do those two. 7 and 3. Oh my goodness. I've got to look at that again. 7 1/4. Thanks, babes. I'm nearly finished. The whole album.
Very good.
7 1/4. Oh, my cutting machine, I pulled it at the wrong time, so that means we had a little bit for later. Okay. I think that is notes, because that reminds me, I found the pad, but I didn't use it. Okay, 7. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Thank you, Kerry. Okay, the inside, the spine. And a bum. Up a little. It's a good thing about using the glue. It does everything. Now I can have at least a sip of a nice warm coffee. Oh. Wow, look at that. Can you? Hey? Look at that. They've come off now. And we've got one. Oh, that one hasn't got one. 5.5 by 6, wasn't it? enough. I'm going to use another piece. Just as well we went back through that, guys. That is 5 by 5 1/4. 5 1/4 by 5. Making sure it's the right way. Which one did I miss? How could I miss that? I should have known. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 down there. You could put them on the back if you wanted so they can have more, but to be honest, by the time you add all those photos, I think you've got enough. It's a very heavy page. Then we've got our little flap holder. So again, you know, you could add another one on here so you can lift up and have 2 photos. So there's just so many things. I wanted to make it a little bit more simple. So with the pages that are on the back, you can either, because that's so heavy, I'm just going to put some DSP, and I think I'm going to go with that spot one. I really want to put that in, but I think I have to put that, and I can put the blue on this one, can't I? Yeah. So that's 7 and a, was it 7.5? No, the blue. 7 1/4. Gotta have those nice flowers on there. They look beautiful. Oh, I'm leaning on something, so I'm sorry. I'm not getting my cuts fine enough. Now, I mean, if you wanted, you could add more. You could add a small pocket. It's got a pocket there anyway, but you could add another one. But I just think it might be too heavy. So, what's going on with this guy? He's moving a bit. That's alright. Alright, so this one, that, and I think this has got to be pink. Let's see if that big piece is big enough. No, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. 7 1/4. 7 1/4. 5 1/4. No, that does look good, doesn't it? Is that 7 1/4? Just going to measure that down again. 7 1/4. That's funny. I knew it didn't feel right. Yeah. Oh, I hope everyone's been doing stuff and you like this. And I will put in a bit where I should splice out that page. So when you're watching the video and you come to this page, don't do the first one. I've redid it. Okay? I accidentally made it too wide, so it didn't fit and I had to cut it back. That's not the one. Oh yes it is, but I made those smaller. No, there, this page. See, look at that. I made it 1/2 inch too big. So please remember that when you're going back. So, oh, I've still got one page in here. And because I use that, the white, I have to use that again. So I'm going to put that in here. So I went 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And I think that 5 1/4 by, oh, what did I just do then? Bloody hell, I cut the wrong way. It's going to be 7 by 5 1/4. Oh, it's going to be a little bit shorter, but we'll find a way to connive that. So if you've got so much Stamping Up DSP, this is an album is really cute, and it's so nice to give it to people, isn't it? Alright, so we have got that. Now, do I put a bit of, what have we got up here? I wanted to put some of this in here because, I don't know, where did they match from? They did match. I wonder if I could get away with, I know it would be cheating, but I really love that. I can't. Have I got any more pieces, guys? I'm looking. Oh, look. I've got a small square of the blue. Do I put that in? Or do I cut it into a corner and put it down? Should I just do that? Cut a nice corner on that. I know I want the gold. I might thin that down a bit and see. Yeah, I'm confused. 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. Okay, so if I, it's got to be shorter in the width. It's got to be shorter in the width. So if it's 4 1/4, oh, it didn't come off. Okay, so if I've got that, can I put, no, I think it's going to be these brass ones. They're really cute. So I could do that. And a couple of the small leaves. Brass or silver? What do you reckon, guys? Brass or silver? Come on. In the corner. This in the corner here. We'll put this in the corner. And slice it. You have to explain more. And I definitely think it's more brass over gold, isn't it? Brass, the brassy one over the silver. Let me find the leaves. So do you reckon I should do, I think the silver. Do you like the silver or the brass? And I'll put that smack in the middle with those coming over. So if I do that there and pop that on there, and I've got another silver one. Oh, that one lost a bit of, hold on. So I have to change my flowers around so you can see them on the other corners. Now there's a little bit of that got broken off here. No, silver. Come on. You meant cut on the corner for your first DSP. Oh, yes. Slice it and put one in that corner and one in that corner. Yeah, I think I agreed. Got one on that corner and one on that corner. Oh, I might. Is it? No, I think it needs to be there, not gold. I'm concentrating. So we're going to use a silver or a bronze. I cut all these out in advance thinking I was very smart. What do you reckon? Right, the blue one's like that, I get that. What about the leaves? Do we do the bronze or the silver? Come on people, give me an answer. I'll have a quick sip. Bronze sinks, silver jumps out, doesn't it? Or is it too much? Do I just leave it like that? Oh, I think it needs the silver, yeah. I was just like you. I think it does. Needs to be just filled up a little bit. Okay. And there's a leaf missing on that one. There it is. No, that's bronze. Bronze. So put all the bronze away and bring out the silver, and we'll add some through the album. Okay. Keep those for inside. Alright. Let's put these down. And I'm going to have to really get a new glue out. That one I think has had the, now you've got to be careful because it can be too loose. Just a little bit of gold showing. Right, and the bottom one. Bit neater on this side, won't you? When you're doing the top. Okay. I'm going to have the silver. I might put the big one coming from the top because I've lost a corner on that. Just one on the bottom. Okay. Lucky I've got someone that gives me some advice. Oh, 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 don't you do that. Okay, now I've got to... greasy fingers, guys. Oh, where's my wet one? Oh, I've got glue on me. I'm just using that to grab out any of that extra glue that's on there and straighten that down. Thank you, my Kerry. You are amazing. Oh, isn't that lovely? So that's our front. And we put the bronzes away and we'll work with some silvers through the album. So I'm just going to pop all my bronze down. And let's go with all these silvers. That's a bronze. Looks like we'll have to do another one. Okay. So we're going to leave that like that. Now, anything that's big, that's got enough. Now I think we're going to have to put another photo frame in there because it needs one. I'm going to put smack in the middle, and we're going to put a nice little one of these on here, and that will do there. Over here we have to put another photo. What have we got there? Now that's going to need a black base on it because that's not going to show out. So now let's do that 4 by 5.5. So I need a black base of 4. I said 4.5. Yeah, 4 1/4. I think 4 1/4. Where did I put it? 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by. I'll have to have a good look at that. My blade split out. You got it back. 4 1/4. I think everything's getting sticky. 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. Make sure we get the oh, come on, I got a whole new one. I'm a bit scared of putting it on too hard. Okay. You can add new pages if it works for you. If you want to add thick. I'll show you what I mean. So there's that. Now, right there, I'm not going to add a leaf. I'm going to add, because we've got that there, that's, where am I doing it? So I might just, no, I don't like that. See these ones? I'm just going to cut a few of these off. They don't have any pattern on them because I didn't want it. I liked the plain. So I'm going to take that just up and around the corner there, and probably just a little out of there so it comes up on there. Alright, and the other little one. So I'm going to bring him down there. And where did here I put it. Oh, don't move on me like that. Sorry, I'm looking down and not up. Okay, so that's another photo. And here I don't think I'll put anything because it's got too much, it's got that gold there. I mean, I could put that in there. No, it's too much. We'll do this on this page. So we need another one here. Oh, this is from, where's that from? I got that, oh no, that, we'll put that one on there. 2, 3, on here. Could be a bit skinnier and longer, but that's okay. And that's a 4.5 by 4.5. Then before I really stick it down, I'm going to get these. I'm going to get this one. And do the tops. And pop that under there. So it comes out there. And just hold that down. And we'll get the, if I can't find it, I'm going to get another one of those and put it down this end. Under there. Just to give it a bit of difference, isn't it? And we got that, we got the back. I think we're done, guys. And we've still got to put some little squares in here. So, they are, so 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5. Let's see if that's big enough. 2.5 by 2.5. Let's see if the other one's 2.5. We might be in luck. No, it's not. How can you be that way? That's cruel, isn't it? I have to cut more. Alright, let's go 2.5. And we need 2.5. And 2.5, we need 3. We need 4 of these. So it ends up filling up quite a bit, doesn't it? Okay, so I've got 4 of these at 2.5, and we'll pop them around. And 2.5. Now, on this one, I'm going to use this big leaf, cut it here. I'm going to try and cut it there. The scissors don't want to work. What time is it, guys? Is it taking me too long again? Oh, 5:30. Decorating is definitely a different design, isn't it, guys? Wrong glue. I've got a new one. I'm so scared. I'll have to get on to dinner in a minute. So I can put that one over here. Oh, that looks pretty. And the other little one up on the top over there. You won't see it when it opens, but it'll look cute. And that one up on here. I'm just going to tuck it under there. What do you reckon? Got that, we got that, we got that. Got a couple of these if I wanted to put them there more. I don't think so. Got that. So we've got open the doors, you've got more. Now, so I think they can just put a photo there, or do I have to put another photo pocket? I think I do. Yep. I might put 2 photo pockets. Let's measure that. And they can put 2 photos in. So if I want it about down there, so 6. So if I do 2 3-inch by 3 by 3.5. Let's see what that gets us. 3. I better go 3.5 first. I'm going to go 3. You go 1 there. 3. What's that? 3.5 by 3. Okay, so we've got, oh, I did a, is it the same one? It is. So I think I'm going to have to make black markers for them again. So 3 by 3.5 means we need 3 1/4, 3.5 and 1/4 is 3 3/4. Let's see what that looks like if we do that. That's better, isn't it? And we'll just do another, there's another bit of black. Is that going to be big enough? No, I think 3 3/4 by 3.5. That's 3.25. And we'll do that. Now you could make them flaps and then they come up, but we're not going to. So, where's my full one? There it is. Yeah. Another one. Please give me some likes, shares. Tell me what you think, even with a few lovely mistakes. Okay. And oh, look what we've got here. No. I think I want to put a bit of DSP there. Do you reckon? Or they could put another photo there. I think. DSP? Yeah, I agree. Oh, look. I've got those 2 scraps I had. They're not going to fill it right in. But they're going to... Yep, I love that. I'm just going to, out of curiosity, make sure they're exactly the same. They are. And I'm doing them right, smack in the middle. And I'm going to take that off and turn that flower up the right way. You can't have it smack in the middle if it's not right. I can't remember what time I started. But I'm so pleased. One whole album in an afternoon is very good work. Alright. I got the flowers up the right way? Oh, too late. There you go. How's that? And then we put that back in. And that one gets something. Okay. I've got one of those, but I don't think... I do think it's fine. And I like it because I was not happy with that showing there. No, I can't because it's too big. It's going to get glue on it. Is there anywhere else this can go? No, no, no. Nope. 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 I think it's in the bin. Right, so we've got some flowers there. Now just to help this gold along a bit, I'm going to put a little one in here. And see, someone might want to put a photo in there. People can write on these pages, put memories on their friends. We've got DSP in there. I do think that page, is it wrong of me? But I'm doing it. I'm just going to do it, guys, because I can. I want to do that there. Well, all I can say is to you all, thank you for joining me. I've still got a big one left. Maybe I should do that as the end. Yep, the end. We've got nothing up the spine though, have we? I'm just going to do that as that's the end. The end. I could put a little one on the... No, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, don't come off. Yep. I don't need any more than that, do I? How's that? Let's just do one more page by page and I'm going to leave you to it. I've got 2 or 3 of these, but I can't find anywhere to put them. Oh, my fingers. Look at my fingers. Because the glue gets on the black. Alright, so 1 page. We've got 2 photos on there. And 2 inside and 1 on the outside. That's 3. There's a photo there that you can put a whatever you want. This one has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you could put them on the back, but I think that that actual piece is quite heavy. It's got a nice little fold. Then over here, we've got it. See, because it is heavy, and you want to just make sure you fold it properly. So that has got just 1, and they can do writing on it, journaling on it. This is our window, a barn door with a thing. And over here we've just got a simple 1 card photo. Open this one and we have 2 photos and that shuts. Another barn door. So we're a bit into barn doors today. We've got that. And then over here we've got a little bit of a lip going on there, so be very careful when you put your glue. Take that back a little less. The card, I put the 7.5 because that's what it was, but I forgot that you cut that out. So obviously it doesn't need to be there, but it's not harming. It's in the crease, so it sits very nice like that. Look, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching me. I really love it if you share it with someone, or come and watch me on Classy Creative Cards with Nette on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And we will see you when I see you. Have a great night. Bye.